I'm 31, turning 32 in a few months. As a woman, there are a lot of social pressures and expectations around this age. Pressure to marry, pressure to have kids, pressure to buy a house and settle down, pressure to have your life and finances together. There's always some sort of pressure to be somewhere or have achieved these things by a certain age. And so this pressure inevitably makes us feel not good enough, and it can even make us feel like a failure. So today I want to share some tips on how to deal with this age pressure and this social clock that society runs on. The first thing you want to do is get clear with yourself. Know how you feel and what you want versus what society is telling you. It's really important to be able to isolate yourself and create a boundary so that you're able to tell what's mine versus what's not mine. And so once you recognize, okay, this is not mine, like whether it's a thought or a belief, like where is it coming from? Is it coming from my friends, my parents, society? And if it's just an opinion, then that means that it's not fact. And you don't have to agree with someone else's opinion. You can have your own. You don't have to agree with what society thinks is the right way or the right thing you should do. You can formulate your own beliefs and your own ideas of what you believe is right. Before we go on to the next point, I want to take a moment and thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. If you notice you're feeling anxious, depressed, stressed, or overwhelmed, BetterHelp is here to help. BetterHelp offers a network of over 20,000 licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Just fill out a questionnaire and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Through BetterHelp, I've been healing from putting too much pressure on myself. My therapist has helped me understand my fears and anxieties and find more calm. You can schedule private video and phone sessions and exchange unlimited messages at your convenience. Everything you share is completely confidential. It's nice to have a safe space to express all of your feelings. What I like about therapy is it helps you become aware of deeper emotions and fears that you didn't notice in your day-to-day. You can also request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. If you're interested in trying it out, you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Aileen. Point number 2, there is no rush and there are no rules. Any rules or limits are imaginary. The first thing that comes to mind when I think about rules or limits is being a woman. People say our body is a ticking clock and there's just this like window where it's ideal to like get pregnant and have a baby. And although there are scientific and medical reasons for those beliefs, it does not mean that they are absolute fact. Like there is no like cutoff age, cutoff date. You don't have like an expiration date on your body outside of menopause. I suppose there is definitely a range, but don't take it as fact because it is true there are women who do get pregnant and have babies later on in life at 40 or even a little bit older. My point is every person's body is different, so don't mistake suggestions or opinions for facts. All you can do is do your research, figure out all your options, and then decide what is the best option for you, what works for you. Don't feel like you have to rush anything because remember, there is no rush and there are no rules. Everything is happening in its perfect timing and everything is going to be okay. Personally, at my age, there are pressures coming from everywhere. People asking, when are you gonna get married? Are you gonna have kids soon? People telling me that, oh, you should have kids soon. You're already past 30, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of my girlfriends are having babies, but I personally know that I'm still not ready to have kids. There's so many things I wanna do before that, and I'm still even debating whether I wanna have kids. So instead of feeling limited by this ticking time bomb, I had to explore my options and ask myself, okay, what do I really want? What makes me feel good? And what makes me feel good is not rushing into anything that I'm not 100% sure about, and also being okay with the other options, whether it's not having kids or adopting kids if I get too old or unable to have children, like who knows? It's because I know my options and I'm okay with those options that I can continue my life carefree and allow like the timing to be right for my body to feel when it's 100% yes in order to make these decisions for myself. For example, if you're someone that knows you want to have your very own child, like come from your own DNA, then you would probably consider options like freezing your eggs and doing IVF later on. But because I am okay with, that's not a non-negotiable for me, I choose not to do that. So it all depends on what you want and what what options suit your needs. I'm curious, as a woman, what are your thoughts on this topic? Comment down below because I want to know your thoughts. I know most of you watching are women, and we all have to deal with this sort of pressure, and we all have to be able to make our decisions based on the options that are out there. But I think the worst thing is just like rushing into something or making a choice out of fear, fear of running out of time or fear of whatever it is, like, society pressure and other people telling you to do this because they think it's good for you. Number 3, to help you deal with this kind of pressure is to define your version of success. So you have to decide and define what a successful life looks like to you. It's different for everybody. I've made videos that go very in depth into this topic, like how to envision your dream life. What does success mean to you? What does happiness mean to you? So I'll link those in the corner and down below so you can do more digging and self-reflection. But in general, you just want to ask yourself, what is a happy life? What does success mean? What is a successful life? Is success material? Is it internal? What feelings do I want to achieve that equal success? Like, is it I want to feel proud of myself? Is it I want to be creative? Is it I want freedom? What does success mean to you? And once you have your own definition of success, then you have your blueprint. That is your guide. You're trying to create a life that aligns with that definition of success. And so any other person's version of success should not matter because it has nothing to do with your definition of success. So society or your parents or your friends might have their idea of what success is, but that doesn't mean it has to do anything with your definition. What's great about this is once you have your definition, your blueprint for what success is, then you can ask yourself, okay, how can I create this in my life? Am I feeling this way now? If not, what can I do to feel that way? What can I do to create more success or to feel more successful in my life? Then it just becomes a matter of planning and organizing, okay, what are the baby steps that I need to take to reach this goal? And then you just execute on those baby steps. Number 4, your envy or frustration is a clue to what you truly desire deep down. This is the harsh truth. So if you ever notice yourself feeling envious or frustrated at someone else's success, that means that that is what you desire deep down. I mean, clearly there's a reason why you feel some type of emotion towards that, right? But envy and frustration are negative emotions that are pulling you down because there is a reason you don't believe that that can be your reality. So instead of feeling frustrated or envious, see that as, oh, like, maybe I want to be more like that person, even though like I'm frustrated that, they've reached a success by this age or something. So once you recognize what you truly desire deep down, then you can be honest with yourself. Like, do I believe that I can do this? Do I believe I deserve this? And that is some internal work that you should do with yourself. So instead of putting others down or dimming down other people's accomplishments, see it as an example that it is possible. It's possible because they showed you it was possible, and that means that you can do that too. You have to be able to turn it into a positive, into an inspiration, rather than something that makes you feel worse about yourself. Other people's success should not make you feel worse about yourself. That should be an example that it is possible to succeed. Life is not a competition, it is not a race, it is about open possibility. The fact that other people are doing amazing things shows you that it's possible for you to do the same things, or even something that is more amazing of your own. Last tip I'll share today is to celebrate yourself and how far you've come. You are doing great. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about yourself or anyone make you feel like you are smaller than, less than, because that just takes away from your light. And we each have a beautiful light within us. We're here to experience life. We're here to do something. We use our skills, use our gifts to create something of value. So think back to all the things that you've already accomplished, all the things that you've already overcome up to this point. There's so much that you've already done in your life. You've lived so so much life up to this point. So celebrate yourself, celebrate your wins, celebrate overcoming hard times, celebrate all that you've learned, all the ways that you've grown over the years, because that is beautiful. That is success. Too often we focus on our flaws and our shortcomings and all the things that we have not achieved yet, instead of focusing on all the things that we have achieved, all the things that we have overcome. Regardless of what point in the journey you're in, it's always healthier to have a mindset where you're able to celebrate your successes and to celebrate how far you've come versus looking forward and being like, oh my God, I still haven't achieved this yet. I haven't achieved that. I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're focusing on the negatives versus focusing on the positives. You can be at the same point in your journey, but have two different mindsets. One mindset is being able to look back and celebrate how far you've come, and the other mindset is looking forward and feeling like a struggle, like, oh my God, there's still so much left to go. I'm not there yet. I haven't achieved what I wanted yet. Regardless of how far along you are in your journey, that mindset is going to follow you. So you'd much rather have the positive mindset where you can celebrate yourself and how far you've come, everything you have achieved and overcome, versus always focusing on your shortcomings and what you have not done yet. All right, hope you enjoyed these tips and my thoughts on how to deal with these social pressures that we all deal with. Let me know down below your thoughts on everything. Like, how do you deal with society's expectations and those pressures? If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure you click below and click that bell. I make videos on personal growth and lifestyle design and how to create your dream life. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.